Welcome back. I just wanted to add what Donna was saying. I attended a meeting in Kitigan ZB in June with Donna and my father, Kenneth McCumber. I have attended all the meetings so far on our team, as well as in February, Donna and I went to meet with the local CJIPs. It was an eye-opener because they said that they have no problems at all whatsoever with accepting our students. However, at any point, if MELS were to say they were not allowed, then they couldn't accept them. So that's when I can't stress enough the importance of us addressing this issue so that we're in the position of having input and not it being dictated to us. We want our students to have a successful year and to make a smooth transition from CJIP from high school to CJIP, not to have to go to NOVA or to any of the other high schools, like Nadine was saying, adult ed centers, to upgrade. We want it to be a smooth transition. Do you have anything to add?
I just wanted to mention too that we're not saying that the current students who are leaving KSS are not doing well. Many of them are. I could see because I work with them every semester and I see their marks. But there's a number of students who don't go, and there's a gap there, and that's the gap that we really want to look at. And we feel that we have the opportunity now, and with everything, the economy and politics and the way everything is going today, students need to be educated. There's no way that students can just leave high school and hang around the community and maybe look for work and get a part-time job here and there. We have the opportunity. We have all of the resources right here, right outside or in the city, and totally accessible. So there's no reason that more of our students should be going to these other institutions. So I just wanted to mention also that the requirements for students to get into CJIP are that they need certain math and English up to grade 11 and their history and French. French is one of the issues that is really pressing. And what ends up happening is not just for students from KSS, but the majority of students from Kahnawake, because we're an Anglophone community and we don't speak French in the community, our skills are very low in comparison to other students from the city. So what ends up happening is students need 2 credited French courses to graduate from CJIP, and what ends up happening in the long run is that a lot of students finish their programming, but they're stuck with these French credits. Overall, the average student would take 5 French courses while in CJIP. That's 3 non-credit to bring them to the level to be able to take the 2 credited. I still have 1 or 2 students who've been in school now for the last maybe 2 years, going in at night, taking 1 course at a time, failing it, retrying it. I have to give these students so much credit because we have a handful or maybe more now, that have done it and they finally graduated. So I keep telling the ones who are struggling that it's okay, you can do it, because I've seen other people do it. All of these issues we want to bring to the forefront, and we want to be working on our curriculum and bringing everything up to a better level.
This is exactly why we've launched into the FNSSP project, which is the First Nation Student Success Project. We're in our 3rd year now of the project. We did a lot of work in the past 2 years at the elementary school levels on languages, literacy, numeracy, and retention prevention. We've looked at including, consultants. We've had consultants working in our French program. We're launching a program at Cattery School this year with an 80% French immersion at the nursery and kindergarten level. We're moving that program up each year with those students. So the goal is to have it continue right until grade 3 and then decrease it in the opposite way to build the English skills. Because we can't just focus on the high school. We can't just focus on the students now graduating and saying you need these French levels. We have to build a strong foundation for them. So we needed to start that work there. And this year there's a major focus as well at the middle school and high school level in the areas of French language, English language arts, and mathematics. We have consultants coming in working with the teachers in literacy, new literacy teaching methods. We did much work in that last year. We have more work happening in the math and science departments for this coming fall and winter, so that the students are equivalent to and superior to outside schools in some ways, because our curriculum is also embedded in cultural relevance. So not only having the standards that they need to meet for acceptance into post-secondary institutions, but having the cultural base as well from the community. We've added many new courses in KSS this year, in cultural studies, in traditional crafts, in outdoor education, traditional governance, leadership, education, looking at opportunities for students to interact between our schools. Hoping that, you know, we can bring the three schools together more closely, in that we are community schools and we are working together, and that transferability of students within those schools.
We also have the University of Toronto that is going to be working with us, doing a project through Skype, tutoring our students as well. And I just want to add, I can't stress enough that our students from survival school are successful because they have the drive to succeed. They do. And a lot of it is from that we're a unique school. That's where it comes from.
Yeah. So the curriculum, we're continuing to revise and ensuring that the curriculum is equivalent to that curriculum of the schools in the province. In addition, we've had people coming in from the ministry doing upgrade sessions for English language arts, and just commenting on the vast resources we have in terms of literature, in terms of actual books in the classroom. Many of the schools don't have access to all of the literature that we have, and the new English language arts program within the province has a big push for using real literature in the classrooms with the students, and we have all of that material and resources available. So we definitely have the resources, we have the staffing, we have the ability to ensure that our students can achieve on these exams, should we decide that we're taking the exams or writing equivalent exams to the province. So we will be presenting you with some of the options, because we have our website as well, where the survey, getting feedback, will be posted, and we're asking that everybody please go on and complete the survey. We need to hear from everybody. We have a large community. We need to hear all of the voices in the community, including the students in our schools, because those students are impacted. Their future is impacted.
Maybe, Donna, you could take a minute to give the 6 options that we came up with, so people will be familiar. And like Donna said, they will be posted in different places, and it'll be on the survey, but that's where we really need people's input, because maybe you have other options. So you could just maybe mention them quickly.
So keeping in mind that these options are not the only options, I think as Petal mentioned before, there might be other options that people can bring forward.
This is what we came up with as a team.
So for option 1 is that the KSS curriculum teams will develop exams, and we will submit those exams and obtain ministry approval, as many of the other schools do in the province, and will correct and report the results to the parents. Students will receive the KSS diploma, and they will only get a transcript upon request. The option 2 is that KSS will write their own history and Mohawk exam, but will write the ministry exams in the science, math, language arts, and French, and that the students will receive the diploma from KSS, and they'll receive a transcript credit from the ministry. Option 3 is that KSS students write their own history and Mohawk exam, but will write the ministry exams in the other subject areas, such as math, science, language arts, and French, but they'll only receive the KSS diploma and not the transcript. Option 4, that KSS students will continue writing their own school-based exams and have no guarantee of acceptance into CEGEP or college or vocational institutions as well. Option 5 is that KSS will continue to write school-based exams and offer parents the choice to write ministry exams at KSS. So there'll be a choice to write those exams. And the option 6 follows along the Kahnawake option, which is that they'll write their school-based exams and they'll make arrangements through the New Frontier School Board to write ministry exams at one of the neighboring public high schools. So those are the options that the team developed, and is going to be putting as a part of the survey. So we're asking you that you select one of the options and explain the reasons for your choice. The plan is to gather all of this information back together to look at what is the top 3 choices, and then come back to the community, present and get additional feedback before we devise a plan to bring to the ministry.
So now, in summary, we're at this point, our next segment will touch on all our important dates and highlights and meetings that are coming up. So we'll be back in a few moments. Thank you.